It's February 14th, 1929. Most of Chicago is waking up to flowers and chocolates. But inside a cold garage on North Clark Street, 7 men are staring at a brick wall, waiting to die. They think it's just a routine police raid. They've done this before. They put their hands up, expecting a few hours in a cell and a quick bribe to get out. But the men behind them aren't real cops, and they didn't bring handcuffs. The most infamous mob hit in history. We'll reveal how a tiny fashion choice saved the real target, why the only witness was a traumatized dog, and how Al Capone pulled off the perfect crime while 1,300 miles away. At 10:30 a.m., a black Cadillac pulls up. 4 men step out. 2 are in Chicago police uniforms. Inside the garage, members of George Bugs Moran's North Side gang are waiting for a shipment of hijacked whiskey. They see the uniforms and freeze. It's a shakedown, they think. They line up against the back wall, facing the bricks. The officers frisk them, taking their pistols. Then, 2 more men enter in long trench coats. They reveal Thompson submachine guns, Tommy guns. In less than 10 seconds, 70 rounds of .45 caliber steel tear through the garage. When the dust settled, 6 men were dead. 1 was still crawling. But here's the weird part. To the neighbors watching from their windows, it looked like a successful arrest. The officers marched the men in trench coats out at gunpoint, got in the Cadillac, and drove away. A perfect getaway in broad daylight.
But there was a problem. The one man Al Capone wanted dead, Bugs Moran, wasn't among the bodies. How did he escape? It came down to a coffee break and a coat. Moran was running late. As he approached the garage, he saw the police car and thought, "Not today." He turned the corner and went for coffee instead. So who did the hitmen kill? One of the victims, Albert Weinshank, happened to be wearing the same signature fedora and overcoat as Moran. From across the street, Capone's lookout saw the coat, gave the signal, and sealed the fate of 7 innocent, mob-innocent men. If you were Moran, would you have stayed or run? Frank Gusenberg was hit by 14 bullets and lived for 3 hours. When the real police arrived and asked, "Who shot you?" he had one final message: "Nobody shot me." He died protecting the very men who executed his brother right next to him. That's the terrifying power of the mob's code of silence. The only survivor of the St. Valentine's Day massacre couldn't testify. His name was Highball. A German shepherd tied to a truck inside the garage. When police arrived, they found him howling in terror under the bodies. He was so traumatized, he had to be put down. They say animals see what we can't, and Highball saw the face of pure evil that day. While Chicago was mourning, Al Capone was 1,300 miles away in Palm Island, Florida. He was meeting with local officials, making sure he was seen by as many people as possible. He had the perfect alibi, but the brutality of the massacre changed everything. Before this, the public saw Capone as a Robin Hood figure who provided beer during Prohibition. After the massacre, he was public enemy number one. The government didn't need a murder conviction to stop him. They shifted tactics, moving from the FBI to the IRS. They couldn't prove he ordered the hit, but they could prove he didn't pay his taxes. Today, the garage at 2122 North Clark Street is gone. It's a vacant lot, but the death wall lives on. When the building was demolished, a businessman bought the bricks, numbering each one. For years, they were a weird attraction in a Vancouver nightclub bathroom. Today, they're reassembled at the Mob Museum in Las Vegas, bullet holes and all. A permanent reminder of the day the mob went too far. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre was the beginning of the end for the golden age of gangsters.